guys, that's your coming at you today, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Send us some positive vibes, some love your way, especially if you need it out there today. Today, the long anticipated, who am I kidding? Nobody ever asked for this, but you're gonna get it, damn it, and you clicked on the video.
You got me now.
The #1 champion in every rarity of the game here in mid-2024. Who do you guys think? I want to know your list. If you pause the video right now or just keep it going, it won't be that long. I ramble a lot. Let me know your best champion in every rarity. Playroom came to you and they said, hey, we love you. Starting a brand new account. What 6 champions do you want? I actually forgot there were 6 rarities. I'm like, oh yeah, there's 6. Commons do exist.
I can't help but feel partially responsible.
All right, let's start with the commons. I thought about starting with the mythical, but I think we'll start with the common. The #1 common in the game, my choice would be none other than the Sister Militant. Come on down. Man, she looks like a common, huh? Man, do you think that the designers at Plarium, do you think they start them out with the commons and they work their way up? That's how I would do it if I was in charge of Plarium. I'd be like, okay, new artist, you're gonna start with the commons. If you make some really badass commons, we'll graduate you to uncommons and then epics and legendaries, and the best designers are on those mythicals.
It's not like that, okay? It's a work thing.
Anyway, Sister Militant is actually usable, I would say, serviceable. Why? She has 1 ability, and man, they really.
Well, first and foremost, I don't know who it is, but it isn't me.
Oh, I'm on Preacher. What a dumbass. I'm like, that doesn't look like Sister Militant. I couldn't even tell the #1 common is Sister Militant. That's right, my #1 common choice would be Sister Militant. Guys, all the commons in this game, man. Oh, the visuals, they're just so basic, which I guess they should be. They're commons, right? Here's Sister Militant. She's all right looking.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Yeah, I like that that's a little braggadocious sword spin she's got there. I like that. She's a Force Affinity common champion, Sacred Order. The name of her ability, if I remember correctly, is Swing? Wide swing. It's only 1 ability, but it's an AoE. She's serviceable, she's usable. Throw her in a stun set, she's gonna be doing an AoE every single move. That's it. She's a stun queen. That's about all there is to say about that. Moving on to the best uncommon in the game. I don't have to go far. Listen, guys, I'm a weirdo. I always go with, like, not the most popular thing, but like a notch below. That's like kind of where my preferences lie in. For example, like, I'm a Star Trek guy, not a Star Wars guy, you know? Sorry for offending 90% of the audience there. But given that, I wanted to go with my guy, Shield Guard. I wanted to go with him. I love the AoE on the 2-turn cooldown. But honestly, I think I'd be foolish not to go with Armiger. And I would let Cold Brew down. He'd be coming after me. He would not be a happy camper. But truthfully, the thing about Armiger is, even though I guess I like Shield Guard a little bit better,
Don't make me use my muscles, because I'll use it.
I think he's a bit better. He has a turn meter on the A1. He has an enemy max HP ability on a 2-turn cooldown. Moreover, you can use Armiger more into the end game. Like, you could use him against like an Amos if you wanted to, right? Where Shield Guard, you know, soloing early stages or mid stages of Ice Golem or Minnow is useful. But I think that Armiger just has more utility. Enemy max HP, uncommon champion. Defense based as well. Granted, it's 947, but still, we need more champions like Armiger in the game, really. You know, they don't need to be like every week they're dropping a new great uncommon, but once a year, is that too much to ask? Player?
No, I can't, silly Sue, because the label no longer makes the original.
All right, moving on to the rares, guys. And this one's kind of a no-brainer, I think. But just a couple honorables, why not? It's gonna be a short video anyway. No one has, or any tier list online, none of them will have, like, oh, everyone will have Apothecary. Obviously, he's amazing. No one has Reliquary Tender as high as I do. I really love Reliquary. She revives, she cleanses, continuous heals. Who else would I put there? I love another guy that no one gives love to, in my opinion, is Tree Shield, the double reviver, the increased defense. I like Tree Shield a lot too, but I gotta give it to the obvious here. I gotta give it to Cold Heart. To me, Cold Heart, still after all these years, she's still the best rare in the game, and honestly, it's not even close. You know, it's not even close to me. The 4-time hitter on the A1. I mean, that in itself is unique and amazing, right? For a rare, with the 100% heal reduction, no less, right? So great in areas like the, obviously the Fire Knight. She was built for Fire Knight with an A1 like this. She also has a wave clear, help with the wave clearing on an AoE with a decreased accuracy, and a poison if they're under heal reduction. Not bad, 3-turn cooldown, good multipliers. And then she's got the Heartseeker, man. You already know what it does. I don't need to tell you, but in case you're a new player, it's awesome. It's an enemy max HP ability again. It does a ton of damage. She's her multipliers in terms of her enemy max HP she deals more damage than like a husk, granted not AoE, but she's like on a Royal Guard par, but she's single target, no AoE, but she has 100% turn meter reduction. She's just built different, man. Can use her basically anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere, but in so many areas of the game, so versatile. Spider, Fire Knight, like any boss that's susceptible to enemy max HP, you got Coldheart, you know? Who doesn't love Coldheart? She's definitely, every player, you know, she's got to be your most wanted rare probably starting out this game, right? Okay, we're moving on to the epics, guys. And honestly, for me, it was between two champions. But I think the answer is probably still going to be a bit obvious here. I thought about getting a little bit cute and giving it to Seer, right? Because Seer saves you the most valuable and scarce resource in Raid Shadow Legends, time. But it's Clan Siege. At the time of recording, it's almost here. It's like a day away or less. I know it's live by the time you're watching this video, and I'm already stressed. I should be excited, and I'm stressed. I'm like, oh God, am I gonna have the time for this? You know, and that sucks. Seer saves you time, but by, you know, the exercise that I outlined, I think that starting out with a Seer, you'd have to, you know, get the team around her to set her up. I think the best epic in the game is still, just by a hair, by a smidgen, is still Geo. I think that Geomancer is just, I mean, he does what so many legendaries and even mythicals can't do. But then again, you could probably say the same for Seer to some extent. But anyway, Geo has he has, first of all, his kit's great in AoE on the A1 outside of the amazing passive synergy with the Quicksand Grasp. But he has the AoE on the A1. We have the remove all buffs, attack them, steals buff if they're under burn, reduce the cooldown of the A3 as well. And then we have a fully deplete target's turn meter on 3-turn cooldown with the burn for 3 turns and the weakened big version for 3 turns. I mean, forget the passive. The passive is what makes him, obviously, the boss killer of Raid Shadow Legends. You know, from Iron Twins to 90% of the Doom Tower bosses, Geo's got you covered, right? He can be used in Hydra. He can be used in Clan Bot. He can, you know, outside of the arena, Geo's one of the most versatile and impactful epics you can have in this game because of that reflect damage and the burn. But, you know, he wouldn't be the best epic if you took away the passive, but he'd still be a freaking awesome epic even without how busted his passive is. He's got HP in all battles as well, got a usable aura. Man, they broke the mold when they made Geo. I think I told this story before, but I was talking to Plarium. It was a Plarium interview that I had, and this was like years and years and years ago, like when Geo was introduced to the game, a little bit after that. So it's a moot now I can share. But they were like, during the interview, like they told me, they're like, we think we might have to nerf Geo. And I was like, oh, people are gonna hate this Plarium interview so much.
I will haunt them forever.
Luckily, they decided not to. Instead, they just tried to power creep and added mythicals to the game and soulstones and everything else. But either way, that would have been that would have lost them more users than anything else, huh? Don't you think? Even Corpulent Cadaver, but worse. Anyway, my number one legendary is So I was between this is a tough one. Legendaries are tough, right? You can make an argument, I feel like, for so many different legendaries in the game. You can make an argument for like a starting an account with a Krisk. Maybe he tails off a little bit towards the end. Not really, right? I mean, who am I kidding? Hydra, whatever. But still, in the beginning, if you have imagine opening a void when you start an account and you pull a Krisk the frickin' Ageless. Think about, like, that would be the ultimate progression, you know, hack, right? Anyway, Chris was a consideration because of how powerful he is in the early and the mid, especially, right? To just progress your account. And then obviously how great he still is in the end. And then I thought, no, Ash, you're an idiot. Just go with Newt. He's clearly the best champion in the game, right? Legendary in the game. Blessed Bash is the strongest enemy max HP ability in the entire game. He's amazing. He kills every boss. He's got the most busted A1 for Fire Knight in the game. And even other areas is great. He can like demolish Sand Devil, Phantom Show, anything, any boss, every boss. But the reason I didn't choose Newt, like how this video could have been like 5 minutes long, and I'm like, really working on my viewer retention here, my watch time. Not really, I just, you know how I am. I didn't give it to Newt because I want a champion who's S tier in arena as well as in PvE. If it was just PvE, it would definitely be Newt, no questions asked. So I'm actually going with Siphi. She's got one of the best A1s in the game, right? I think a lot of people think of Siphi and they just think about the Whirlwind and they think about the Revive, right? But this is A1. I mean, if you know, you know. In terms of control, one of the best control A1s in the arena, in the game. The sleep that's unresistible, great for Sand Devil, obviously, too. The A2 is good for anywhere. Increase turn meter fill, increase defense, block debuffs, and increase speed. You've got the 100% turn meter revival. And then she's got the passive with the heal, that great heal, kind of like Elva or Still the Drake. So she can heal your team as well, removing a little bit of debuffs there. One of the fastest champions in the game, great base stats, usable anywhere in the game, equally as strong PvE, PvP. Siphi, I think, is the number one. And then the number one champion in the game, aka the number one mythical choice. Man, I went to hellhades.com. I look at their tier list. First of all, those guys are way smarter than me. There's not a shot. And man, my number one choice, Star Sage Galathyr, they gave him a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. This guy would be my number one mythical. There's a lot of good mythicals out there, guys. But Star Sage does everything and then some. I'm not even gonna read his kit to you here. We'd be all day. But he's got like great passive survivability, prevent death type stuff, right? It's so hard to get rid of. Super fast, insane base stats, force affinity. He's got an AoE on his A1 with turn meter manipulation on both forms. He's got a cleanse with block debuffs, turn meter fill. He's got an AoE revive. He's got perfect veil. On the next form, I love Mikage too. Like, she's up there too for me. Siegfried, Mikage, Star Sage, Crixia. I mean, I could probably keep going, huh? Mythicals are so stupidly busted in this game. Another AoE on the turn meter on the A1, like I said. He's got the block active skills to remove buffs. He's got the no counterattacks. Thank you very much, Taurus Marichka. He's got the increased accuracy on everybody. He's got the stun on everybody. He's got the decreased resistance on everybody as well. He's increasing his accuracy so you don't need it, so you can build him with a ton of resistance and you can't put debuffs on him. Star Sage is busted, broken. He's my choice. He's my choice for number one mythical in the game. So there you have it, guys. Star Sage Galathyr, Siphi the Lost Bride, Geomancer, Cold Heart, Armiger, and Sister Militant. Does my list mirror your list? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Thank you for watching till the end. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.